just a brief overview of what I'm going to be covering. So first of all, I'm going to take you through our simple example application. Then I'm going to be looking at the Contentful setup, including the content model. Thirdly, I'm going to look at the personalization setup in the Frosmo admin UI. And then finally, I'm going to get into the code and take you through the implementation of the Frosmo placement in React itself. So first of all, we've got our demo application here. It's a very simple React app that lists houses for sale. As you can see, we've got a feature property here, property listing further down. And if I click on one of these, just take me to the relevant product page. It's really all there is to it from a front-end point of view. Okay, I'm going to take you into Contentful now and have a look at the content model. So this is really going back to the structured content approach that Ruben was talking about. In here, this is our product content model, this home content model here. We've got the sort of fields you might expect, you know, title, image, price, description, all this kind of stuff. The really interesting one from our point of view is product category down here. So in here, we've just got some preset options for basic product categories relevant to houses. And then as an example, we'll pick an actual house. So this bungalow in Edinburgh, this is set up using that content model. All these fields populated. And then down here, you'll be able to see in this drop down here, I've got bungalow selected as the category. So next, I'm going to be taking you through the personalization setup in Frosmo. Right, so the first part of this is setting up the actual placement. So this determines where the personalized content will sit on the page and actually provides a mechanism to link it to the React code. So for example, I'll look at this terraced house category interest segment here. You'll be able to see in here is an ID value for the element that we're going to actually target on the page. This is how it connects. We'll go back to that in a moment and it will become a bit more clear. That's really all there is to it for the placement itself. Next, we need to set up segment, which is in here. Again, we have this category interest terrace segment. It doesn't have to be named the same, it's just for clarity really. So editing this, you can see we've got a product view rule set up here. So this is saying in the terraced house category, you can see I can select any of these categories here. The visitor has viewed any products more than or equal to 3 times. Each page load's counted as a view, so you can change how the page views are actually counted. And again, that's really all there is to it for the segment. There's a bit of stuff in here if you want to add a description. And then finally, we'll need a modification setting up, which can be found in here. So here we've got category interest terrace. Got this handy graph here showing you how many times this has actually been displayed. And most importantly, in display options here, we select the placement which we created earlier. And then a bit further down, we need to select this segment. So the visitor is in one of the following segments, and we selected the category interest terrace segment. That's the main part of the Frosmo UI setup. Now I'm going to take you through the actual React implementation. So this is where it starts to get a bit technical. The actual installation of Frosmo is extremely quick and easy. Any of you that have done front-end development in the last few years will be familiar with NPM, which is a package manager that's pretty much ubiquitous. It's a very simple installation of the Frosmo package using NPM. And then you simply add these 2 script includes in your main index layout here. And okay, so now I'm going to show you the home page view. Oh, let me just get my syntax highlighting right here. Okay, so in here, this file, by the way, is just representing what you see on the home page. So most of this is Frosmo related, and here we go. This is the actual product listing stuff here. But anyway, so we're importing the Frosmo placement component here from that NPM package. Very simple. And then there's a few instances where we're using it on the page, but the relevant one for the demo is this one here. As you can see, this ID here matches up to the ID we set up in the placement earlier. That's how the two get connected. This default component property just accepts a React component. This will be displayed to anyone who doesn't match the segment. In our case, it's just empty. And again, going back to what Rika was saying earlier, anything within these tags will be displayed to anyone matching the personalization segment. So here we've got this category promo. We're passing it our product data, which is coming in from Contentful. It's being filtered down to products in the terraced category. I'll just move this along so you can see that there. And then if I move over to the actual demo, I should be able to see all this in action. So you might be able to see here, I'm getting a welcome back personalization banner. So this is working from another rule that I've already got previously set up. This is just recognizing that I've been to the site before. And again, so let's test out this terraced house segment. So if I view a few terraced houses, I think I may have already viewed one earlier, so it's either going to be 2 or 3 page views here that gets us our personalization. Let's have another one here. Okay, yeah, so I've already obviously viewed a terraced house before because we are now getting this category promo. So this will only be displayed to anyone who's registered as being interested in terraced houses. All it's doing is just listing the items that are flagged as terraced houses in the CMS. So I think the power of this personalization platform is fairly immediately apparent. That pretty much concludes the live part of the demo. But yeah, I just wanted to say I've personally had an extremely smooth experience integrating Frosmo into React. From a developer's point of view, the experience is really nice. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up from me.